if you've ever wondered what was inside Tristan's head, this is it. This is 10-minute labs, the very last 10-minute labs of the year. LCA. Tristan, are you excited?
I'm excited. I totally forgot about it.
He's so excited he forgot. And is it weird to be introduced on a podcast or on a webinar or live on your own platform?
Yeah, dude, hold on. It's shaking on my end. Give me a second. There we go.
No worries.
Oh,
all right, cool. We already got people on. Tristan, you're in the hot seat, man. I love it. So we're just going to set a timer and roll for 10 minutes. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right. Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Let me change my camera. Interesting.
All right. There you go. 10 minutes is going. I'm putting you in the hot seat. Let's do it. So Tristan, first of all, your background is different and changed. This is what's going on. What's going on in your world?
Dude, I am in the process of remodeling my office. I got kicked out of my living room. And so we're remodeling this room, extra room we have, as my main office. So we're in transition.
I love it. All right. And an off the wall question, unrelated to real estate, but I just grabbed it out of this deck. And the podcast deck said, what's still left on your bucket list?
Ooh, for the last day or 2 days of 2020?
Yeah.
You know, I was really wanting to read a certain amount of books this year. And I didn't reach my goal. And I can't squeeze them all in the next 2 days. So, you know, that's one thing I missed. But I did read a lot of great books. I think for this year ended up going a lot different than I thought it was going to go because of all the ups and downs with COVID. But I would say it was a blessing overall. I think all of our bucket list items that we had to shift into halfway through the year.
Yeah, I love it. And are there events that you're excited for next year?
Events? You know, there's one event. I like how you brought that up. Well, Jesse, now that you asked,
Tristan,
we do have chapter 2021 coming on January 12th, where we're going to be interviewing best-selling authors. I thought that was a little bit of a twist. And so instead of going through the regular process of interviewing agents or teams, brokers, or people in the tech world for real estate, we thought, why not start the year off interviewing some of the most amazing authors and let them talk to us about how to really start off the year in the right way.
Yeah, I love it. And I want to figure that was a good tie-in since you talked about your bucket list of reading all these books, right? And books you didn't get to. So we're going to give people all these authors, and the list of authors is incredible. All right. So we'll come back to that. Let's change gears. Highlight of your 2020, an up and down year for a lot of people. What was the highlight of this year for you?
Highlight? Dude, there's actually a few. The first one that came to mind was really tripling down on working out. I think that's been a really good highlight for me because for years I didn't realize that I had gained weight, right? You don't realize it when you're a little chubby, right? And so it's not until you look back at the pictures and you're like, damn, I didn't realize that, right? So that was a highlight for me, being able to focus on myself more, on the physical side, and more on the mental side, emotional and spiritual, and really connecting a lot more, because you can always connect a lot more with my immediate family, meaning my children and my wife. So that's a big highlight for me.
I love it. All right. And let's change from the emotional side. I want to dive into the techie side because you're one of my favorite tech nerds in real estate. Was there a tech product life hack, something you learned this year that rocked the world?
So much good stuff, man.
What's the highlights?
The very first thing that I can take back and go back and say, well, what was that cool first thing that you found beginning of COVID was Ecamm Live. And Ecamm Live to me is it's streaming. You're able to stream high quality into Facebook and into YouTube, into lots of other areas through Ecamm Live. And it allows you to use a stream board. You know what? Let me see if I can switch my camera over so I can show you what this looks like really, because I think it's super cool. let me see here. Logitech Brio. I had to switch to my Brio. All right. Let me give you a check here. I'm making people dizzy. All right. You see that?
Yep.
So that's a Stream Deck. And if I go over to opening it up on my computer, that Stream Deck, I'm going to show you now my computer so I can show you my screen. Tell me if you can see my computer from my app. All right.
I can.
So if I go here and I go to Ecamm Live, it switches them all here. So now I can touch them and record or play or do whatever I want. And I can go back to my business one that I'm rebuilding. You see it has Zoom Ready, LabCoat Agents website. And so that's a really cool toy that I'm playing with. And obviously I'm excited about because I had to show you.
I love it. I love it.
But that's one. The Stream Deck has been pretty cool. And then obviously, if you haven't seen me on Clubhouse, I'm really excited about Clubhouse, really bringing communities together just with audio. I'm seeing a lot of great feedback from people that are really usually scared to go live on video, but they're not scared to just pick up the phone and talk, just like a phone call. And I think that has a lot of legs. I think that's going to go big. And I think what you're going to start seeing next year is companies like Facebook, Twitter's already doing it, but companies like Facebook just turn on the audio again because Facebook had it. They just stopped it, which sucked.
It's amazing what's happened on Clubhouse. So people watching are not on Clubhouse. By the way, those of you watching right now, tag someone in this video, right? Tag a friend in this video so we can put it out there. But yeah, Clubhouse has been, I've loved what you're doing on Clubhouse just even the last few days. So let's change gears again because I want to ask you questions. I said before we went live, I want to ask Tristan questions that no one's ever asked him. I got one. You ready? Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Who would play me in a movie
about your life?
Dude, let's go with Javier Bardem.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. All right, cool. Here's a better one. Here's a better one. This ties into, I think, your vision with a brilliant tribe and everything else you're working on. After you pass on, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for being able to empower people. I think over the years, the one compliment I continually get is that when people finish talking to me or being with me for an extended period of time, they feel like they can do more. And I've really taken that. I've taken that to heart. And I say, well, you know what? I guess if people are telling me that, let's go with it. So empowering people, helping them realize that they have more to offer than they thought originally.
I love it. And how do you develop that in yourself? How do you develop that skill?
I think the ability to shut up and listen to what people are really telling you. You start connecting, and then you start seeing really the positiveness that they have or the abilities that they have. If you just take some time to listen, and then you start focusing on, wow, you know, this person does have this gift, and then you let them know, hey, you know, you do have this over here. And sometimes it turns them around because as human beings, we're naturally gravitating to the negative, right? On other people and on us. So
interesting. So basically almost being like a mirror to reflect back to people.
Yeah, dude.
I love it.
Very, very true. I like that.
All right. So in terms of the books you've read this year, because you've read a lot, is there one or two that stand out that you said, if someone's going to go out and they're going to start their 2021 for right, like go check the book out?
It would have to be Stillness is the Key by Ryan Holiday. I think that's it. And then I don't remember if I read Atomic Habits at the very beginning of this year or late last year, but that would be my second one, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And then my third one would be Limitless by Jim Quick. That one is more like a manual. So you're going to have to like index it a lot and then go back to it and then go back and forth. But I would start with Still the Key because it really puts things in perspective on your personal growth and where you want to go. So I think that's where I would start.
I love it. All right. We got less than a minute left. It goes by
Go.
quick, doesn't it? If you were to give advice to a brand new agent, what would you tell them to do?
The first thing is I would really dig deep into fixing your mindset, because this is a very tough business. And if you're not careful as to where your thoughts are going, you're going to put yourself out of business before anybody else does. And it's a tough business. You got to push and keep going and motivate yourself, because you're going to be your biggest cheerleader. Because the moment you're not is the moment you're going to be out of this business. So definitely you.
Spot on. Look at that, dude. Spot on. And I just want to remind people, the reason I asked about so many authors and books is because of the Chapter 2021 event. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool.
I have to read this. She's going to be on, Holly Parker. I have not read it. It's called Back on Market, A Realtor's Guide to Love and Life. But she's going to be on. It's my second book for January to read. My first book is the Obama book, The Promised Land. Is that what it's called?
Would you read her book to us now, Tristan? Let's just extend this past 10 minutes. Will you just read it to us?
Chapter 1.
Thank you.
That's good. That was good, Jesse.
Well, dude, thank you for being a good guinea pig or a good guest on your own show on 10 Minute Labs. This is one of my favorite. I love 10 minutes going deep inside people's brains, inside their soul, and seeing what really makes people tick.
Oh, good, man. That was a good 10 minutes.
Yeah, I love it. Enjoy your night, everybody. I'm going to, guys, tag a friend in this post. We'll see you guys later. See you in